Factual innocence is if a person is, say, I'm trying to figure out the easiest way to describe this. A victim of identity theft can petition the courts to have them judicially determine whether or not they are innocent or guilty of it. So if, say, your brother or your sister went out and got arrested or pulled over and used your name and a summons was issued, and then for whatever reason you failed to appear because you didn't know they used your name, now a warrant's out for your arrest, you get pulled over, now you are in court because of whatever the summons is for. You can petition the court to have them determine that you are not that person that was summoned or arrested originally, or however, whatever's wrong with the case. The court determines whether or not you're innocent. Either, I've had a case where, the guy's been in Texas the whole time and he has a note from his employer that he was here that day, there's no way he could possibly have gotten a traffic ticket in Colorado. They determine, yeah, okay, you're not the right guy. They can issue us to seal it, or they can issue us an order to label it as identity theft. It's not required for fingerprints to be accompanied with those orders, so sometimes it's a little difficult to figure out if this John Smith actually didn't do it, or if, this John Smith did it, but he just used that name and it's the only name, and so we kind of have a hard time determining whether or not that should stay on someone's record because they actually committed a crime, or if we label it. So if you get anyone who has factual innocence court stuff, we highly recommend they send fingerprints to us when they're sending us the order. It helps because we can either do a record challenge for them and label them as a victim in our system, or we can completely get rid of whatever we're supposed to and know which one we're supposed to get rid of, like seal. So fingerprints are very, very nice for us, but they are not required. And I don't know the entire process to petition the court. I know it costs some money. So if they don't want to try to go through that, I'm sure your clients don't have all the extra money in the world. We can do something called a record challenge. Is that the next? Record disputes, we call them record challenges. They'd have to get a copy of the record from either the KTI, our records check website, or through the name request, and then determine whether or not there's a discrepancy. If there's a discrepancy on that record, either the entire record is not them, or if they think, well, I wasn't arrested for that, I've never been to Denver, I could possibly have this charge. They can submit fingerprints. They can either come to us and be fingerprinted, or they can, again, go to the local law enforcement agency and be fingerprinted. Send all the information to us, and we will determine whether, yeah, that person is not the same person, and we will, yes.
So 2 questions. So if you get issued a ticket and you're not arrested, does anything show?
Not on our end.
Okay.
They could have warrants issued, and it could be on, I think, I know Lakewood their records are public, so if they ticket you and they never send it to us, you weren't fingerprinted, they'll still keep that on their end. So if someone does a name check in Lakewood, that information will come up, but it won't be on a CBI because everything we do is fingerprint based. The record challenges they do not cost any money other than what they had to pay to get their record. We do those for free. And we kind of issue a warrant, but it's a victim warrant. So if they get pulled over on that person who's using their name again, if they get pulled over on their warrant again, it should come up to the police officer like a warrant that says, do not arrest this person, it's not the right guy. So those are nice to do if they don't have the money to petition the court. It's the $6.85 with us, and we kind of take care of most of the same stuff the factual innocence stuff does. We'll issue, along with that warrant entry, we issue a letter on CBI official letterhead, and we issue a couple copies. We advise that they keep that of the master letter safe somewhere, and then turn in the copy anytime they apply for employment, apartments. If someone pulls them over, show them a copy of the letter. Because we are open 24/7, and we are there to verify and validate that letter anytime that they need it. If, for whatever reason, so we get these a lot, a record challenge, and they're challenging just one charge on their actual record, Most often it's something where, like that SOPD situation I was telling you about earlier, where there should only be the one DUI and not two. Or very rarely it's because an agency sent over the wrong demographics on the wrong print card. And if that is the case, we will assist in getting that cleared up.